Should be rolling. Alright, shalom. We start by giving praise and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you Akim that's pushing the word with no sincerity. Alright, we're the brothers from GMS Atlanta. And we're going to get into a lesson today. We're going to use a quote from Bruce Lee, all right, as the basis of the lesson, all right. And he says, "Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." Now, the spirit, pretty much, when you look at the videos brothers been dropping, it's been on what persecution, enduring. You know what I'm saying? Esau coming down, you know, with his you know, typical bullshit, you know, and brothers are gonna be tested, man. You know, so it's not a time to you know, bitch up, so to speak, or to you know, pray for things to so-called get easier, man. You should pray for the spirit to endure. You know, pray for the Yahweh Nasha to make you hard, man. You know, make you like granite, so that you could be able to make it through. You know, so start with Jeremiah 30:7.
Jeremiah 30:7. Come. All right, this is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Right, and that's the time that we coming into, man. The time of Jacob's trouble, which Jacob represents who? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, and Seminole Indians, which we are also of Jacob, man. So not only are the 2/3 out there, you know, not only are they going to get tested and get judged, and Most High going to so-called touch them, so to speak, but the men in the truth are going to be tested too, man. You know, it's a time for Jacob as a whole to be tested, man. All right, it's a time of trouble. Go ahead.
All right, and, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, ultimately, what? Who? The elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3, man. All right, there's going to be a remnant that the Most High is preserving for salvation, man. All right, but for you to earn that salvation, you gotta. It starts now, man. You know, you gotta work. You know, it's like the brother in the camp made a good analogy. The truth is like it's like working out. You know, like today, you might hit arms, right? You might do a heavy arm workout, but you probably won't see those results until next year or months down the line. You know, the truth is you got to be in this thing for the long haul, man. All right, certain things that you go through, it's not for instant gratification. You got to be in this thing, like I said, for the long haul, man. Go ahead.
For it shall come to pass in that day, says Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and the strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Right. So in other words, yeah, Satan, man. By the way, you know, this is a so-called Halloween night, man. All right, so there's gonna be all kind of demons and spirits around, man. You know, yeah, it's Satan, man. You know, but through the spirit, man, brothers are gonna keep pushing through the spirit, man. Continue to prophesy the downfall of America, man. Babylon. All right, Slocky, read that again.
For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and the strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
Right, because the Israelites, we in bondage under the so-called white man, man. All right, we coming into the time where the Most High is going to free us, man, and liberate us. All right, give us the kingdom, give us rulership, all right, and give us power over these nations, man. All right, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it on that.
Kind of go from there. Go to what I want to go to 1 Thessalonians 1 and 3.
1 Thessalonians 1 and 3.
It's like 2 Thessalonians. You know, because everything we're going through now, you know, it's a building process, man. You know, the different hell brothers going through, brothers losing their jobs. You know, brothers got spirits fucking with them. You know what I mean? At the highest level. You know, messing with them in their mind. You know, spirits in the house. You know, demons might come through your woman. You know.
You said 2 Thessalonians 1 and 3?
Yes, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We are bound to thank Yahweh always for you, brethren, as it is meet, because that your faith groweth exceedingly, and charity of every one of you all toward each other aboundeth.
Right, it said that faith groweth exceedingly, right? Go ahead.
So that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of Yahweh for the patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations.
Right, it said through the patience, and I think it says suffering.
No, it says patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations.
Right, persecutions and tribulations, man. So these things that we're going through now, all right, it said our faith groweth exceedingly, man. All right, these different trials and tribulations and persecutions that brothers are going through now and going to go through in the very near future, all right, these things are added to our faith, man. All right, and we all know through the scriptures speak about faith, man, heavy, man. All right, and faith is what's going to deliver you out of those situations. All right, but it starts now. That's the point, man. All right, you're supposed to be praying to the Father, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai constantly. All right, that you have the spirit to endure, man. Because times it's going to get harder. It's not going to get easier, you know, because even though we're pushing harder through the spirit, right? Brothers doing more videos, you know, the spirit is revving up. Esau is revving up on the left hand side, man. All right, he's gonna come down on us, man. You know, so you're supposed to be in the spirit of, look, man. You know, the Lord, you know, make us hard, man. Like granite, man. You know, those are the type of prayers that you're supposed to be sending up, man. You know, go ahead.
Okay. So that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of Yahweh for the patience and for the faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure.
Right, and it said patience. You know, patience means to suffer. You know, brothers are going to suffer in this thing. You know, that's part of what we signed up for. You know, but it's all for what? The glorification of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. At the end of that tunnel, so to speak. You know, what is going to be a crown waiting for us, man. You know. Yahweh Shai promises that. All right. He that endureth it to the end. It says what? The same shall be saved. All right. Go ahead.
Which is manifest token of the righteousness, the righteous judgment of Yahweh, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yahweh.
Right. That you be counted worthy, man. Matter of fact, on that, get Acts 14 and 22. You know. That's the only way you're gonna be counted worthy of the kingdom, man, is if you go through these afflictions. You know what I'm saying? You go through these afflictions, trials and tribulations, man. You know, it's not gonna be a easy walk into the kingdom. Where it's just gonna be, you know, like these Christians, like which now it's a war on Christianity right now. You know, these Christians claiming that they already got the kingdom. Yeah, I'm saved. No, you're not, man. You know, you gotta go through the straight gate, man. All right, we're going to get that scripture as well. Go ahead.
Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
That's right. We through much tribulation must enter the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh, man. You know, so it's written in the scriptures. All right, and the apostles and disciples back then, they had to endure certain things. Some of them were put to death, you know. And it's going to happen again in this time, man. All right? This is the path that the Most High set out for his men to walk, man. You know? And you got to pray that you had that spirit to endure, man. You know? Go ahead.
All right,
matter of fact, I think that was it. Get Matthew 7.
Matthew 7?
I think I mentioned the straight gate, you know? Right. You know, you got to be in that spirit that Bruce Lee. Which, by the way, Bruce Lee, he had a lot of so-called wise proverbs and quotes. You know, which brothers say he's a Jake, which I believe he's a Jake definitely. You know, but it makes perfect sense, man. You know, go ahead. 7 and 13.
Yeah, got it. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right, the straight gate represents what? It means position of difficulty, if I'm not mistaken. you know, which is what? This truth, man. All right, you look at these major religions like Christianity and Islam. Those are wide gates, man. You know, then people are going through the afflictions and tribulations that the prophets going through. No, you know, they ain't going through what we go through, man. Brothers out there on the battlefield, man. You know, week in and week out. You know, putting our bodies on the line as a living sacrifice, like it says in Romans 12. You know, and during the, going through the elements, dealing with demons. You know, Esau on our ass, man. You know, go ahead.
And many there be which go therein.
Right, many there be that go therein. Look at these religions, like Christianity. I did a video, I think last week. Christianity is the largest religion, man. I think over what 2.4 billion people. Yeah. You know, with over 33,000 denominations. You know, that's a wide gate, man. And all the people that's in Christianity that you know, if they not the elect and they don't repent, they're all gonna be destroyed, man. All right, they're gonna be destroyed in what? Thermonuclear fire. You know, or whatever other plague or curse the Most High got out of here.
And you know, Christianity, they're the most accepting of the most abominable acts. You know,
right.
Homosexuality, fornication, adultery, you know, all that type of stuff. I mean, the moment that someone says, "Well, I'm gay," you know, they get welcomed with open arms by Christian church.
That's right. That's right. You know. Yeah, man, Scripture tell you to, try the spirits, man. You know? A typical Christian pastor is trying to, he like, nah, he trying to get as many numbers as he can, man, so he can get that goddamn money. You know? You know, homos and trannies and niggas, you know? Whoever, man. Because he all about that money. You know? Go ahead.
Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life.
Right, that's straight and narrow, man. Matter of fact, I think in the scripture was that 2nd Ezra, about there was, you know what I'm talking about? About the there was a fire and water on one side. I think it's on 2nd Ezra. It slipped my mind, but yeah, man. It said narrow is the gate that leadeth unto life, man. The path that brothers is walking, man. All right, beginning with the apostles and the elders, man, of Great Millstone. All right, but you know, a lot of you jabronis on the comment board, all right, out there on YouTube, don't like to hear that, but it's the truth, man. All right, Most High set up the apostles as an example for brothers how they're supposed to walk in His faith, man.
Is that it?
All right. Yes. Yep, that's it. Start at you can start at, I guess, 7.
Okay.
Come on.
The entrance thereof. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 7.
Matter of fact, start at 3. Start at 3. Yeah.
2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 3. And I speak to you on my God. Then he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that might be deep and great. But put the entrance where the narrow, like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
Right.
There is also other thing. A city built and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow,
right,
and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand, and on the left deep water.
Right, and that's the path that we walking, man. Brothers are walking a thin, narrow path, man. All right, and at any time, if you're not focused, like the scripture say, be circumspect. You know, if you're not watchful, if you're not on your post, so to speak, you're liable to fall over, man. And it said, what, fire on one side and
deep water on the other.
Yeah, man. That represents basically the different traps, so to speak, that's out here in this world, man. All right, and if you're not focused, okay, you liable to fall over, man. You know, that's why you brothers gotta be single-minded. for lack of a better term, you know, and you gotta be on point, man. All right. And a lot of people who we know in the past, they was walking that line, they was there, and then they fell over, man. You know, but it's your job, like Triple say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Yo, brothers we can't be looking back, man. We gotta just keep going. All right, going to the path towards the kingdom, man. Go ahead.
And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once.
Right, go ahead.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Right, and that city is what? The kingdom of heaven. All right, just like we read in Acts 14, as well as Matthew 7, all right, that you have to go through those tribulations and that persecution in order to get there, man. All right, the Most High is going to test you to see how bad you really want it, man. It's not going to be given to you on a silver platter, man. All right, it's work to be done, you know, and that's why the Spirit is pushing us so hard, you know, currently, man, because things it's about to get hot out here, man. All right, you got Esau in the background creating all kind of demonic, you know, devices. You know, you got World War III getting ready to pop off, man. You know, you got the chip, the mark of the beast, all in the news. You know, you got a lot of things going on in the Spirit, man. So that's why the Spirit got us revved up, all right, and pushing harder, man. The Lord's preparing us for that time, all right. Is there any more?
One little bit, and it says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Right,
it's Israel's portion, man. All right, that's it. Come. If you had anything too, you bring what you got. But if not, then get 2 Timothy chapter 2.
All right, I'll bring that out. I got one thing after.
Come. You know, that's what the time we in, man. We in the time we about to go to. Well, we in the battle now, but the battle is going to intensify, man.
2 Timothy 2.
Yeah, 2 Timothy 2 and 3.
Therefore, endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua.
Right, and endure hardness. It's right, endure hardness, man, as a good soldier. You know, we always compare this truth to the army or the military, you know, or us being out there on the you know, the spiritual battle, so to speak. You know, and it means you gotta endure, man. You know, this is not a sprint to see who get there the fastest. You know, this is an endurance race, man. I mean, we gotta be in this thing for the long haul, man. You know, you gotta be able to want to go the distance for this thing. You know, certain brothers came in the truth. Like I know certain elders and apostles said they thought that America was gonna be destroyed within 6 months of them coming to the truth. And here it is, 20 years later, still fighting, man. You know, still enduring. All right. That's what you got to be able to be willing to do, man. Is enduring to the end. All right. You gonna pull up something?
Yeah, I got something.
Come on, go ahead.
This is Romans chapter 5, starting at verse 3.
Okay, you could break it down too.
Okay. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. Verse 4, and patience experience, and experience hope. So like, basically what they're saying is when you go through things and you get through it, you know, you have an understanding that, man, there's light on the other side, man. You're stronger now because of what you just been through. You know that Yahushua, he done brought you through that tribulation and you became harder and stronger because of it. So now when it says hope, when the next thing comes your way, man, you're looking at it like, man, you know, the Lord got me on this. I'm good on this, you know. Right. And that's basically what that's saying, man. Patience, tribulation created patience to get through it, to wait for, you know, the storm to pass, and endurance and hope. So at the end, you already know, you know, that you hoping, and you know that you're going to get through this because Yahushua, he got you, you know, and that's right. That's the story of my life right there.
That's right. That's right. That's right, man. You know, and a lot of brothers pretty much as a whole have, you know, have the same testimony, man. You know, even though brothers get tested in different ways, you know, according to your spirit, you know, but that's necessary, man. You know, and with that, I want to get 1 Peter's 4 and 12. You know, then we probably get. If you had anything else, we probably get one more, and then
I got one more.
Okay.
After that, 1 Peter 4 and 12.
Come. Come.
You said 1 Peter, I'm in 2 Peter.
Come. You know.
All right. 1 Peter 4 and 12. Behold, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial. Behold, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you.
Right. So it's not. Don't get all. Don't get surprised. All right. Or don't think it's strange. Damn. Why am I going through all this hell? You know. It's part of the work, man. You know, going through the fiery trial. All right. Catching hell. All right. Which by the way, hell is not a fiery dimension somewhere in the earth, man. Like you bugged out Christians talking about, man. No. All right. Catching hell means going through or being in hell, so to speak. It's basically going through the persecutions, man. Going through that fiery trial. Go ahead.
As though some strange thing happened unto you. Mm-hmm. But rejoice insomuch as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering.
Right, because what? Yahweh suffered. All right, he went on the cross. All right, and died for the sins of the elect. You know, so we have to bear our personal cross, man. Now, brothers don't have to go through things to the extent that the Lord did. All right, but we still have to bear our cross. All right, according to what the portion the Most High gave us. Go ahead.
When his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right. Yeah. Slocky, read that part again.
But rejoice insomuch as ye are partakers in Yahweh's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right, when his glory is revealed, meaning what? When he returns, when he destroys America and he raises up his elect. All right. And he gives what? Salvation to the elect. All right, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Now for our sufferings, all right, that's when we're gonna receive our payoff, so to speak, man. You know, that's when we're gonna receive glory along with who? Yahweh. You know, so it's worth it, man. You know, something as glorious, like me and the brother was talking the other day. You know, you can't even fathom the gloriousness of the kingdom, man. You can't even think about it, man. You know, I mean, of course, you got the scriptures. You meditate on it. You could vision it. But, man, this is something so great in store for us, man. This little hell, which we speak about, this is our light affliction. You know, I believe in Corinthians it says that. You know, it's worth it, man, for something so majestic and so glorious, man. You had something?
Yeah, this is Hebrews chapter 12, starting at verse 5. And it says that, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahweh, nor faint when you art rebuked of him.
Yep.
For whom Yahweh loveth, he chastises, and scourges every son whom receiveth. If ye endure chastising, Yahweh dealeth with you as sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastised not? But if ye are without chastise, whereof we are all partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons?
You got it out.
So when you catching hell, man, and this is something that I do, you know, on a personal note, when I'm catching hell, man, I rejoice because I know that the Most High is dealing with me, man.
Exactly.
You know, and he's teaching me, he's working with me, man. When I go through problems and things, when it just seems like it's hopeless, you know, I refer back to that scripture. And it says that if he's chastising you, then you are partakers. And like the scripture that we just brought out, what was that? And it was in Timothy. The last scripture we just brought out?
Yeah, First Timothy.
First Timothy 4 and
First Peter's 4.
First Peter's 4.
Okay.
Like, you know, if he chastising you, that means he loves you, man.
That's right.
So you need to be like, man, the Lord is working with me. He loves me, and stop looking at your carnal, the carnal things that you're going through, and look at it on the spiritual level, because you're being built up.
That's right, man. That's right. Yeah, man. This is all for the betterment of the brothers, man. You know, getting back to these bugged out Christians. You think the Lord is chastising them, or is bringing them through the fiery trials, you know, or chastising them like the brothers read in Hebrews? No. All right, but the different brothers out there that's putting their lives on the line for the namesake. All right, the Most High is dealing with brothers, man. All right, because brothers are willing to what? Sacrifice and put their bodies on the line, man. All right, all for what? The name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, now we probably can close. Unless you had another one.
No, I'm good.
Okay,
that's all I got.
We can close on Hebrews 2 and 10. We can end on that.
Heard. Not prolonging. This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 10. Not prolonging, but showing all good.
That's 2 and 10.
Yeah. I overturned. Hebrews 2 and 10. Okay. For it, Hebrews chapter 2, verse 10. For it became him, for whom are all things, and by whom all things are all things, and bringeth many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings.
Yep, go ahead.
For both he that sacrificeth and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren.
Right, now, Slakia, you read verse 10, it said to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings, man. You know, it's like we read about Yahweh Shai, all right, who's our captain, so to speak, all right, our head, like it says in 1 Corinthians 11, all right, the head of every man is Yahweh Shai. He was made perfect through the suffering, man, all right. So how much more his disciples or his men, all right? We got to follow that same path, so to speak, man, you know. But you're supposed to, you know, which I guess a subtitle to this lesson could be prayer, you know. You should be praying to the Lord that you have the spirit to endure those sufferings, man. Because there's a lot of men that fell short, all right? Because they didn't, like the scriptures say, count the cost, man. And realize what this truth is about, man. All right, what things we gotta suffer and gotta go through, you know, for the sake of the kingdom, man. All right. So I think that was it.
Yeah, man. Like,
Con, you say something?
Yeah.
Closing words.
So I mean, you gotta look at the suffering. You know, when you have gold, right, or silver, you dig it out of the ground, right, and it's just ore. And what do you got to do to it? You got to put it in the fire. You know, and that fire is comparable to the suffering that we're going through, purifying all of the garbage and stuff, you know. And then what happens is that gold goes through the fire and you burn out all the impurities, and what's left on the other side, you got pure gold. And that's what the Lord is putting us through. So when you're going through trials and tribulations and suffering, man, you're being purified, man. That's right. You're being manifested to become this perfect man that the Lord wants you to be, you know. And a lot of men out there, they look at their suffering as, oh, woe, it's me, man. But it's not, man. You got to be like, man, the Lord is dealing with me, and I'm being tried. I'm being all of this stuff like gold is tried in the furnace, man. That's how you doing. I mean, it's not a literal furnace, but you got this world that is hell, and you being tried through this hell to come out of it on the other side, you know, pure.
That's right, man. That's right. Well, yeah, brother said it beautifully, man. You know, so. That's what we had, man. So with that, we're going to end by giving no praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the bonds to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, Ruel, Citation, you Akim out there, pushing the word, no truth, sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom, man.